So where do you get back in? Yeah, I believe that Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, they're all going to be back and they're going to do well because they have the data. They have the artificial intelligence. They have the people to make this whole thing work. So where do you get back in? So I've spent this weekend going through my charts, going through my history, and analyzing these stocks individually and looking back at their past history. And when they've been down, how long did they stay down? How long did it take back? And so I want to go through those charts with you and you see if you agree with me. I'm going to give you where I'm at on them, and I'm going to give you where I think I want to buy back and when I think I'll get somewhere at a minimum of a 40% gain and as high as maybe 115% gain in the next year. I want your opinion on my analysis, so let's take a look at it.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Let's get right into it. This is my Trading Views chart. There's a link to Trading Views. If you don't have this, you don't have a full toolbox. They've got a discount on it. Look at it in the description. So what I've done is this is a chart on Apple, and I've gone back to its origination all the way back in 2000. And the first period I looked at is the dot-com bubble. And as you can see, we went into the dot-com bubble somewhere around April of 2000. Apple fell as much as 80%. And it actually didn't get back to its high back in 2000 for 4 years. So that's pretty dismal. I then came forward and went to the subprime crisis, and that's in '08. That happened in roughly January of '08. It hit its bottom somewhere around October of '08, November of '08. It didn't get back to its high until October of '09. So that was about 2 years. Then we get up here to November or September of 12. It drops 43%. It hits its bottom. It goes from September 12 to July of 13, where it hits its bottom down 43%, and then it doesn't recover to its previous high until August of 14. So that's 2 years. Then we come to 16, May of 15. It goes to a bottom in May of 16, so that's about a year. And then it comes back in March of 17 to rematch that previous high. Then we have a similar situation in September of 18. It gets a high, drops to December or January of 19, and then doesn't recover until October of 19. So that's a year. Okay, so I didn't put in the coronavirus because that was a unique situation. So then we come into today, and it hit its peak in December of 21. I think it's going to hit its low in February of 23. And then it will climb. This is where I got out. I got out at about $157, $158 a share. So I've missed this roughly $30 additional dollar downturn. It's not real important to me as to how long will it take to get back to that high. What's more important to me right now is where do I get back in? Where do I find the bottom? And I'm not really trying to catch the falling knife, but what I believe is Apple is not going to have a stellar fourth quarter, so I believe it will come down some, and that's where I want to buy it. And I believe it's probably going to come down to 125. And then I believe at that point it will find its way back up to this 175, 180. That would give me a 40% gain. How long do I think that it would take me to get that gain? I would hope I would have it by, at this point, January of 2024. If it's not that, that's okay. But eventually, I believe Apple is a major player. What I'm not looking for at this time is predicting when it's going to get to that high. What I'm actually trying to do is find where to get back in. So on Apple, I believe I will get back in at 125. Amazon, I think, can give me even a better return. I did the same thing. And you can see I've went through the graphs here. They were down 29%, and from roughly January of 14, regained May of 15. So that's a year. This was down 35% from October of 18 to April of 20. So that's about 2 years. Here we have them down 55% at this point. I believe my buy-in point on Amazon is going to be about 75 because, again, I think they're going to have a bad fourth quarter earnings reported in February. So I'm looking to buy it at 75. I then think it will come back to its 150 mark in pretty much in a year's time. That'll give me 100% return or gain on the stock. I got out of it at 134 back in, what was that, August of this year. So I didn't take this hit, but I'm anxious to take this run up. So I believe that is where I'll buy them. Then let's look at Meta. I didn't do the detail on Meta that I did on Amazon and Apple, but here you can see Meta is down 76%. I got out up here at 168. It's currently at 120, so I didn't lose that $50 per share. I believe that Meta will come back, and it'll probably come back before. It probably won't be in 2023, but I think by the end of 2024, it'll be back up to at least 232. I'm going to buy it at about 110, so that would give me 115% gain. Do I believe this is reasonable? Yeah, I think Mark has cut back his expenses. He's put some more realistic ambitions into the metaverse, and I think the advertising dollars will come back through 2023 and 2024. So I'm looking to buy into Meta at about 110 and expect to more than double my money as it goes somewhere to 230, 237, 239. Probably by, I'm not saying it will happen this year, in the next year, but I'm confident it'll get back there, and I'm confident sometime in the future it'll get back up to its highs of around 381. I may have to wait a while, but Meta has the data. It has the people that are going to take us into this new digital 3.0, the metaverse. I'm willing to wait. I see this as an opportunity. I'm also going to do something similar on Google, but I hope you'll take a look at this and give me some feedback. Am I making the right decisions? Okay, to review what we just kind of went over is I'm committed that I want to get back into big tech, and in specific, I want to get back to Apple, Amazon, Google, and Meta. And so that's what that was all about. I want to review that and show you so that you can see it. This is an Excel spreadsheet that I've created. It's kind of fun. What I've done is gone beyond just the stocks, and you'll see there are a number of them here. I believe very strongly that you invest in people, and so I want to know more about the people. And as you can see, I have put who the founder or CEO currently is of these companies, what's their age, what's the market cap, what percent of their the stock do they own? And I want you to point you out to Oracle, that Larry Ellison owns 35% of that company, and it gives you some sort of relationship to these other people. So it kind of gives you how committed are they to their company. Then I show what their compensation is, as best as I can determine from my searches, what their individual net worth is. And then over here, I give an analysis of their stock, what their 52-week high was, what it's selling for today, how far off the low it is, what its PE ratio is. And then this is my buyback price. This is what we just went over. What I want you to know, this is an Excel spreadsheet, and it's a live Excel spreadsheet. That is to say, the numbers on the current price, the 52-week high and low, all change as they change because of Microsoft's has basically tied my chart that I've created into actual prices. So I'm going to do a course in our, we're building a course over on our website. It'll be done sometime around February. And I'm going to show you how to do this, how to create these. I quite honestly come to the charts like this more regularly than I do my charts that I get through my broker. So where I'm buying back, let's just review. Apple, I'm going to try to buy back in at 125. Google, I set a price of 76. Amazon 75, and Meta 110. And what I believe is that these are stocks that are going to take advantage of the big changes that are going to happen to our society, to our economy over the next 3 to 5 years, and that's artificial intelligence. And if you haven't seen some of my recent videos on what I'm learning about artificial intelligence relative to GPT chat and OpenAI, and how we're going to incorporate that into educating you better and giving you an active participation in investing and asking questions and getting answers. So that's where we're at, where I'm at. I enjoy this. I love it. The other thing I'm committed to is that yellow jersey back there. This is going to break me up a bit, but that is my commitment to the local children's hospital. My daughter died of cancer in just a year in 2014, December the 26th. My mother died of cancer when I was 8 years old. My father died of cancer. And I believe that we need to work hard and put part of what we do towards finding a cure for cancer. So if you want to be a part of that, that's that join button that's down underneath the video. It basically says you will join and support the channel and support my efforts to support the Children's Hospital here in Birmingham. And I think it's about $4.99 a month. And so I encourage you to do that. That's my commitment for 2023. I hope you make a commitment to support something, and if you would like to be a part of mine and support this channel and support the Birmingham Children's Hospital, please join. Other than that, my hope is to, as I said, build a course, a free course. I've spent my life in financial planning. I've spent the last 3 years on trying to help people understand long-term investing. I've had some good years and I've had a bad year that I just finished, but I still think long-term, that's where you should be investing. So I want to build the channel. And then beyond that, as I said, I want to build a free course that is actually, I'm going to follow Google and Facebook's example. I'm going to support that course and it's going to cost me a lot to run it, but I'm going to support it by advertising, much as Google and Facebook does. You are their vehicle. You are what they are, the consumer society, the consumer economy is all about. And that's what I want to do for you, is educate you beyond just investing in all 6 aspects of financial planning. And so that's what we're going to do. And I'm very excited about what I'm learning about artificial intelligence and how I can use it to help you. Okay, you help me, I help you. We all live happily ever after. All right, I'll talk to you again tomorrow.